Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's game number 3 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims, but most importantly, I have tea. I have gone during the break and I procured a cup of tea. It's not the strongest tea in the world. There were only a couple of minutes to brew because these pro players are so damn good at organizing themselves into lobbies that I don't really get breaks very long these days, but I've done my best and I am sufficiently caffeinated and brewed up to bring you our final game on Erangel. Good evening. It is the 14th of February, 2023, Valentine's Day. How are you all doing in chat? My name is Joris. I hope you guys are enjoying watching the scrims as much as I am enjoying casting them. It's a 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock plane path, more or less straight through the middle of the map, almost directly over Pachinki as well. I suspect there aren't going to be too many disagreements over where teams will be landing very, very shortly. I'm trying to think of issues with alternate drop spots. I suppose teams that normally land directly on Sosnovka Island may want to move elsewhere, although I think Solo are going to have a good... No, sorry, Vorpal Swords are going to have a good go of it anyway. So, you know what? Maybe everything's just fine. Just fine. Solo will make their way towards hospital. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Circle has popped and it is 60%. Okay, this is going to be fun. So here's how this works, ladies and gents. When you have a fairly normal central circle, it tends to be quite quiet because you can come in from so many different angles and not have to fight anyone. With this circle, you literally just have this. And okay, this is still quite a big section of the map, but it's what? As an arc of the circle, it's 1/3 what you would normally get in phase 1. So you can sort of treat this as like a somewhere between phase 2 and phase 3 amount of area to come in through the circle. It means that we end up with a very accelerated circle where some of the fights you would typically expect to see in phase 2 or phase 3 of the game will happen early. There'll be a tinderbox effect where there'll be a lot of early skirmishes sort of before phase 4 pops. And then there'll be a lull in the game because the number of teams has diminished. It then normalizes as the circle moves away from water. And you tend to see a little bit more chilled out mid-game before the end game plays out, potentially as normal. So that's what we're looking for here. It's still 2 minutes 40, but I'm expecting some early rotators to get a move on now to say we do not want to be gate kept later on because this has the potential of being a little bit of a rough situation. The fellas might even choose to collapse onto specific compounds earlier than they normally would because of how many teams are likely to come in through here and try and grab one of these compounds for themselves. Sorry, that's enough analysis. I don't want to go to Yemen. Let's get back to, well, say there's not that much happening at the moment. Come on, guys, get in your vehicle so I can talk about it. Yay, Batulans. Always the scout. No, he's actually looting this. We're pretty chill. Okay. Well, let's see how many of these fights happen because I still reckon we're going to see a fair amount of firefights before phase 4 closes. I'm fairly confident of that. Sancho already starting to make a lot of noise. Just going, can anyone hear this? They're not actually rotating that early. Solo have moved out of hospital and they have decided to try and get somewhere a little bit closer to center. Rustum are also on the northern edge of swamp. Should be relatively straightforward at this juncture of the game. You're going to pick up this observatory building, and while this isn't a Jar of Prophecy game, I do appreciate grabbing that building early on. Relatively central as well as far as the circle is concerned. This is what we were talking about, early skirmishes. Smash, were you a little bit late because Entropiq are about to make you feel it? Are they chasing? Smash is circling back around. We've got Michael coming in now. Thinking about trading a couple of blows. I feel like this could start getting messy if the fellas aren't careful. Disengaging is probably the best strategy here. They do opt to do so. Smash manages to get out, although, ooh, very close to one of the chopsticks. He'll make it out, though. 42 hit points and a wheel missing from the car. But the fellas are good. This is why it's so important to rotate early, because teams will just barge in like that on circles like this. They make it in, though. Entropiq also in. And are out in force to try and find one of these compounds that are relatively close to center circle. Disco Pistol with the sub as well. Thank you very much for that. Taking us one closer to what we need to get those emotes unlocked. Speaking of unlocked, though, someone's left the door unlocked over here. Excellent frag grenade to try and stop Nailup from coming in. Shro gets Nailup to begin with. 3 members of Entropiq still here. Another frag grenade onto Lucarux means that this 2v4 has become a 2v2. Shro is doing such a good job alongside Sancho of defending this compound, and Entropiq are suddenly in defensive mode. Oh, if he gets this angle around the edge of the broken wall. Sees Nailup, finishes him off. Oh, and Shro doesn't get the vault through the window. Just a step too far as QB now tries his best to give just a little bit of a revenge for Entropiq. Nailup is down and out. Lucarux is down, not yet out though. And QB should be able to get this revive off. Where is the rest of Faygo? A little bit too far away. Sancho in the next building along. They could have finished that off earlier on. A little unlucky that Shro didn't get a better angle there. But you make your own luck in this game of PUBG. That's Malloy down. Sancho down to just himself. And are the fellas interested? It's a 1v3 now. Faygo versus Entropiq. With the fellas looking on with interest. Unfortunately, Sancho's position is very much spotted. And well, that's going to be that. Faygo eliminated thanks to an absolutely beautifully placed grenade from Lucarux. That has finished the engagement. So what are the fellas going to do as a result? They should know that that is the last kill. And I feel like they might just back off. They might realize that there's nothing to third party at this point. Still relatively split. 3 different places in Swamp. They're going to have to consolidate relatively soon. Who's coming in late? Toxic players. FaZe Clan, Stardust, Twisted Minds, After All from the north. To an extent, we've got the usual suspects here. Up north, UgaBuga. Look, they don't want to be here. They'd much rather rotate further into circle, but they go east, MTB are there. They go south, Solo are there. So if EXhalatioN are in a position even further north than they are, hey, they can sit here and gatekeep for a couple of minutes. That's fine. If that's what you want us to do. Twisted Mind sending it in now. Oh, thank God I got T. I told you guys a lot of action's going to happen before phase 4 in this game. Thanks to this sort of accelerated circle. And the team's rotating in, desperate to grab real estate in a circle that's 60% unplayable. This will do it for you. Oh. Interesting physics there, but Twisted Minds comfortably survive. Got EXhalatioN and a Boo. Oh, so they're going. Wow, they're properly going for it. I didn't think EXhalatioN would push into this position, or at least not this soon. Slightly surprised there, not gonna lie. That's BTM down as well, meaning EXhalatioN are down to da boom and nothing else. Unfortunately, it's him and a tree and not very much. Oh no. After all, behind him as well. Not fun times at all. Yeah, we've got questions for you there, buddy. That's it. Looks like Danimon will be able to grab that. That's EXhalatioN eliminated. After all, though, might be reconsidering that position. If they just finished off a team that was being gatekept, do they really want to take that team's place? Do you really? I'm not too sure. What I am sure about, though, is that Twisted Minds and Kitchen are giving us a lovely battle to fight for. Batulans is down and in a resible position for the next couple of seconds. The problem is these grenades are just absolutely relentless. He's rotating around to be with his team. And they're racing against Daz, who's trying to get a beautiful off angle. If Daz can get an angle here, this would give Kitchen a really, really strong advantage. Bombi Lovo coming in with a third party. Buys Twisted Minds just a little bit of time. But what can Daz do? 3x on the M4. Mini 40 not out at this point in time. Oh, if he peeked just a little bit more aggressively. the rest of Twisted Minds. I feel like they know that the flank's likely to come in, so they're repositioning instead. They've got the revives off. They've gotten what they wanted out of this position without taking unnecessary risks. They're peeling off. But there are teams that are backfilling. STARDUST are in this compound now. This might not work for Petulans. It's a good idea in principle. But there's someone there! And that's Petulans down. I'm not sure about this one. STARDUST have got a very, very strong 2-2 split, and I think Twisted Minds have to leave him alone. Lou gets taken down by MTB as well. This is not good. Disaster for Twisted Minds as they disengage from the battle against Kitchen. Not good at all for them. The further into circle you get, the more chaotic it gets. We've cut out most of the water here in phase 2 at least, so a lot of the players can opt to stay put. FaZe Clan and Entropiq. FaZe Clan and Entropiq. This is big. It's a bouncer, that frag grenade. Round back of the Wizard Tower. Actually knocking QB as well. I'm a little surprised he got the insta-knock. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lucarux, you absolute wizard. Beautifully cooked grenade. Gets knocked onto a 762. Problem is he's here as a solo, so to what extent can he actually defend? Oh god. He's getting shot up by Vorpal Swords, so I feel like that's your answer. FaZe Clan know that they've killed 3. And Vorpal Swords want to wrap. They fancy their chances here. FaZe Clan are probably going to mistake them for another member of Entropiq. They'll think this is Lucarux right here if they spot him first. Let's see what the Vorpal Swords can do. Oh, Lucarux, you beast. 3 hits and change onto Dragon Pump. Vex Machine's now in here as well. Gustav spotted through the grass. Goes down. It's PWD who gets that. Entropiq finally eliminated. The Vorpal Swords coming in for the third party, though. And this is possibly exquisite timing coming out of them. FaZe Clan hurt. They're not out of it yet, but they are absolutely reeling from that last engagement. Lucarux did so much damage to them, and now they have to regroup. The Vorpal Swords, I feel like they had the opportunity to twist, and they opted against it. Vehicle explosion takes out Vex. It looks like it's Riser's grenade, perhaps, that set that off. So again, another opportunity to move in, but they're just being a little bit cautious, I feel. It's paying off for them, but FaZe Clan are being very resilient as a result. They're being given the opportunity. Dragon Pump now the only player left standing. Vorpal Sword should be able to now close in around him like a net. Kid spotted. Oh no. Grenade chasing him. It's the barrel spray that gets him, though. And actually, considering that third party, I believe that was the fellas who did a lot of third party damage onto Kid. Good opportunistic sniping there from Dragon Pump. Vorpal Swords down to 3. Pride hurts slightly, maybe, but they very much still have the numbers advantage. Someone's asking, who's playing for FaZe Clan? 762 and Dragon Pump are playing for FaZe Clan. See? Casters answer questions. Dragon Pump not caring though. Dragon Pump going full Honey Badger. That is an excellent grenade. 54 damage onto Riser. He's got to push up with that. I think he doesn't know for sure that that did damage. Not 100% certain. Seeing through the smoke is a tad difficult, unfortunately, thanks to where that vehicle was blown up. 15 seconds left to go. Who else is struggling to get into phase 3? MTB staying north of Buga. It looks like, yep, that's all one team. We are all good to go. WinOrDie coming in from the edge. PWD now trying to close the net against Dragon Pump, but it doesn't look like he wants to move just yet, and I don't blame him. The smart money is to take him out one at a time when they present the opportunity, but right now... yeah, I'm not sure about... Not sure about... Oh, you know what? It landed the right side up, to be fair. Molotovs into the building. Dragon Pump going back in after stepping out into the Molotov and immediately healing as a result. Just trying to out-heal the damage that Vorpal Swords are doing to him right now. And it's paying off. He manages to get one on the stairs. Rise is going to bleed out. I don't actually think he can get revived there. He can't. Dragon Pump into the molly again. PWD on the outside. It's too much. It is too much. And Riser with the Molotov will finish off FaZe Clan. Vorpal Swords, though, despite going up to 4 kills, have taken damage. They are down to 2. The fellas and Smash. Oh, well, just got deleted, unfortunately. That is question mark going in to clean up. All 4 of them are alive and 3 kills to their name. They're very much on the edge of this circle. It'll be interesting to see where they choose to move to next. There are a lot of big hills as opposed to loads of small dips here. We have got a little bit of a ridgeline here, but the problem is if you camp out somewhere like this, you're relatively open behind yourself. Not ideal. There's a shack and radio tower here, I suppose, but a lot of interesting areas to play. That much is for sure. We rejoin MTB Esports, who are one of the teams up north earlier on in the game in Phase 1 and Phase 2. They appear to be down to an esky. And Danimon is in hospital waiting for him. It looks like he's waiting for Danimon to get into the car and to simply take him out. At the point where he gets into the driver's seat, now could be the time. Oh, he wants the driver's seat. There we go. Esky being very, very patient there. And the patience is going to pay off. I think he's going to take the car as well. He's going to try and take the car. Smoke getting launched. Reloading the SLR before getting in. And After Ult are not pleased with that. Not one bit. Twisted Mind sending into center. Spyro and the Tab. 2 remaining players. Still yet to open their kill count in this game number 3. Oh, I don't know about waiting there. WinOrDie are right next door. And Booga have an excellent third-party opportunity. I feel like this could be it. Twisted Mind's eliminated, but how many explosions are about to happen here? Oh. That was anticlimactic. I swear there were about 3. Okay. Twisted Mind's out. WinOrDie just about surviving. Let's take a look at what Booga are looking at. VOD knows, of course. They're there. But it looks like they're temporarily hidden from view. Question mark have now moved into the compound. Occupied by Solo, who are not giving this up without a fight. With the exception of Hoba, though, all of question mark are very much together. Faris has to win this 1v1 against Hoba for the rest of the team to stand any chance, I feel. Oh, but Hoba rushing down off the roof, giving up the high ground advantage to take Faris by surprise. Means that So said he's the last hope here. Priel and Bombilovo too far to help out. And that's half of Team Solo out. Defending the, what used to be called the yellow buildings, which I guess are now the blues. We've got Bombilover and Priel, and this is the building on the other side of the swamp. Squeaker spots NaVi. Oh my god, that is a sick double tap from Squeaker. Example stood no chance there. Not against shooting that good. Beautiful stuff. And Squeaker picks up 2 points there. Clean as you like from Kitchen. Finely chopped, as they say in the trade. We're down to our last 10 teams. Still not in the placement points, mind you. We're getting there, though. 5 o'clock hard shift means that you don't get that much variation in height. There's an awful lot of field in here. Booga are not going to be happy with that. MTB are almost certainly not going to survive unless they do some amazing rotate into the east side. and find a way to keep their head down as well. Possible, of course. Question mark. I'm not sure they'll be able to walk straight in. Oh god, yeah, this is so open. You can't just walk in here. You can maybe get vehicles to this sort of position, but then you're just like Team Solo have got good angles on that. Melman and Uber, the last surviving members of NaVi. They could help out Team Solo here if question mark want to come in. They are coming in. We were looking at the position earlier with the dips. They have chosen to do that. One member of Team Solo has gone down, so that's allowed them to do this without really getting shot at as well. Only Priel is left for Team Solo now. Booga still need to work out how they get in as well. Stardust have got a dip. Beyond that dip, as Celtics have just found out, there'll be dragons. A little bit of a tricky scenario there. Kitchen actually will find it difficult to get angles onto Vorpal Swords from there because they're just slightly higher up. But they will know that another squad is there. Let's take a look at where Booga are going to be. They're coming in vehicles now. This is all uphill still. So they're actually kind of shielded up to here. Then you got WinOrDie and question mark off in that direction. Doesn't make it a good position. Does make it playable though. And the problem with positions like that being suspiciously playable is you might not be the only ones who thought so. After all, behind cars, behind hay bales, relatively close by to Diggory. Opts to go out before he goes in, looking for enemies on the horizon. Won't quite spot. In fact, he's more likely to spot Mad than anything else. We were saying how MTB might have been on their last legs there. That's it. They are out. And Mad's busy looking at Stardust. I don't think he's looking at Booga. So potential opportunity here. Oh, Mad with the Orm as well. Can you imagine if he gets him from range? Not sure about this. 8 damage a second. Being forced out of his comfort zone. That's Klim down and out. Booga have so many questions left to answer though, because even if they manage to comfortably win this fight, they still need a way into circle. Mad Nicative might not allow them to do that unless he's caught up with Stardust. It's all about what Stardust do right now. And well, I think that answers that. WinOrDie coming out to have a peek against Booga, but behind them we've got question mark. Third party, the fourth party, the fifth party. Call it what you want. How did Kusyara not die there? Hoba gets the trade, but that buggy, I swear to God, went through him. All right. He's got this, or has he? Booga taking the third party and turning it on its head. Taking the situation and saying, you know what? We know how to handle ourselves. They had Stardust in front of them, and it looks like Beamy turned around and just said, yeah, I'll take a couple of kills against question mark. Don't worry about it. Grenades coming down for question mark. Beamy trying to goad. Push from a doozy, not going to get it. And 8 damage a second. He's got 4 more first aids after this one. Alien first. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. We're now 6 away. Despite what the Feb goal says, we are only 6 away from unlocking the emote. That's my February sub goal for the scrims. It's actually set a bit higher. Thank you very, very much for that. A doozy. 1 left after this one. Wants the easy frag. Looks for T-Bone. Oh my God. Gets T-Bone, but not enough time, unfortunately, to get the finish. Although because Diggory's gone down as well, there is a chance that he's credited with that point. If T-Bone bleeds out now, we'll keep an eye. Stardust with the Molotovs. Do they hit? Not quite. The Groza is not enough. And Dogsers with the SLR from range will take out Beamy and Buga as a result. Priel, the solo for Team Solo. We've got NaVi as a duo on the southwestern edge of Circle. Kitchen, they're still at it. 3 kills and 3 alive going into phase 6 here. But Stardust have all 4 alive. And they've got the northern half of the circle to themselves. And they've got a crate that was just delivered completely for free. MetaBay, you could loot over there, or you could loot this. Yeah, there we go. So Stardust at the moment. The stars certainly look like they are aligning. NaVi, the team with the furthest to go. They're going to rotate with the vehicle. Maybe using the audio cues to try and goad something out. Paige has been spotted from Team Kitchen. Priel getting Daz and Paige returning the favor is good news for NaVi. NaVi and Kitchen are 2 apiece. This is excellent news, of course, for Stardust, who are extremely happy to sit back and... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the Orm from range. 1 member of NaVi down. It's just Melman in the UAS now, it looks like. There we go. All done and dusted. Dogsers again picking up the kill. Doing an incredible job, I have to say, with that SLR. He's up to 4 kills individually as Stardust make their way up to 13. Count them. Very, very strong game for Stardust. In pole position, of course, to take the chicken dinner, but they haven't done it yet. Paige and Squeaker have had phenomenally strong days themselves so far. 2 kills apiece, looking to add to that total, and Stardust are relatively spread out. They're inside phase 7. There's no pressure on them to move out of this. This could end up being a southern hard shift, remember? So Kitchen are very happy to wait for Stardust to make a move as things currently stand. Dogsers has been spotted by Squeaker. Sticking with the M4, though. Not looking for a cheeky headshot. Let's find out what the circle's going to do. Okay, not good, not bad for either team. There's a little bit of land south of the road. Still very much in for Team Kitchen. Stardust know that it's a 4v2. And as a result, they can afford to play this slowly. I mean, if it's the difference between 6 placement points and 10, and 0 additional kills and an extra 2 points, and all you had to do to squeeze as close to 100% as possible is to play slowly and play boring, I think most of us would do it. And Stardust, to be fair, look at how much of the circle they have on lockdown right now. They can just wait for Kitchen to cross the road. They're saying, look, in all circumstances other than a hard shift, you're in trouble, mate. And this is phase 8. They know that when phase 9 comes around, Paige has to cross the road, so they can afford to wait. Celtics knows this as well. "45 seconds, 10 more seconds wait time, and then we start to see phase 9 begin to close here in game number 3. And as things currently stand, Team Kitchen are having the life squeezed out of them by Stardust here, who have position in phase 8. one hit onto Page. Not 100% sure if Celtic saw. I think he did. Hence the nade follow-up. Oh, the nade follow-up is good. The nade follow-up is very good. That is Page down. Like, I expected it to be decent. I didn't expect it to be this good. More nades coming in now as Stardust take this as their cue to push in. It's Squeak versus the world. Smokes are getting put down. Excellent flashbang to begin with. Hitting the deck, though, to allow his teammates to take the reins. So smart. Celtics gets headshot. Won't quite be able to get the final kill on that, though. And 15 kills means Stardust take home the chicken dinner in game number 3. Squeaker almost bringing home the extra point, but can't quite finish the flush. Fantastic game. Nice and patient game from them. 25 big points from game number 3. In second place with 4 kills, we have Kitchen. And in third place with 2 kills, we've got NaVi.